guys, Mrs. McGinnis here, Queen of the Reeds. I want to talk to you really quick about cork grease. So when you get your instrument care kit, whether it be saxophone, clarinet, and even sometimes on the flute, they'll give you a little thing of cork grease. And a lot of times it looks like this, a little thing of chapstick. And I know Mrs. Holmes kind of talked about it on some of her videos, especially for the saxophone. And I just wanted to show it to you guys. So mine is pretty old. They last a really long time, which is awesome. So when you open it up, it looks like this because it's literally grease. And it's made to go on the cork. And the cork on your instrument is very similar to the cork on like a bulletin board, okay? And so it gets very dry. And you need to grease it so your instrument will go together. So on a saxophone, when you grease your cork, the only cork you have is on the neck of your saxophone. And if you find that your mouthpiece is not going on properly and you're having a really hard time with that, that's when you would want to take a little bit of the grease and put it on the neck of the saxophone. Now, this is the neck of my saxophone, and you can see here, this is all the cork. So what I would do is I would take and I would just gently rub the grease on the cork part of my saxophone, and then I take my fingers and I rub it in. Now I know that part's kind of gross and your fingers are going to get greasy, right? But it's not the end of the world. You can wipe them off with a paper towel. And then your mouthpiece, I'll get out my mouthpiece really quick. You'll find that your mouthpiece will twist on very easily, okay? So don't ever force your mouthpiece on, because if you're forcing it and you're grabbing here, look what you're gonna do. You're gonna bend this key, and that's no good. So if you find that your mouthpiece is hard to get on, use a little bit of cork grease and grease that cork, all right? That's for saxophone players. For clarinet players, you have a lot more cork on your instrument. So for clarinet players, you have cork on your bottom joint here where your bell attaches. Same kind of thing as the saxophone. You'll take the grease and you'll just rub it on the cork. Try not to get it on the black plastic part. Just try and get it only on the cork part. And you see like how it's a little bit white. You can see that I've put the grease on there. And then you just take it and you just rub it in. Rub it in like that. Then, see, it's like a little bit shiny, right? You can see I've put grease on it. Then when I take my bell and attach it, watch this. Boom, it goes right on. Super easy, okay? You don't want to put so much grease that it falls right off, but you want to put enough grease that you can easily put it on without going, because again, if you're grabbing your instrument hard to try and force everything together, you can bend all your keys. And it's really important that you treat these like a fine piece of china almost, right? Or like a piece of crystal, because it's a working mechanical instrument and you don't want to damage it or bend it. So that is cork grease. That's how it's used. And again, clarinets, the other places you have cork are on your upper joint. You have it on the top and on the bottom. And you also have cork on your mouthpiece. So clarinet players, you're going to have a lot more use for cork grease than most of the other instruments. Just know that. And don't put it on your lips. I remember when I was like in 6th grade, a girl took it out of her case and went, "Oh, chapstick," and started to put on her lips. And I was like, no, yuck, right? So if you have any questions, you can always email us. We're always here for you, but they come standard in all the instrument care kits. If you don't buy a whole instrument care kit, you can buy just a little tube of cork grease, and it's pretty inexpensive, but it is a must to have in your case if you're a saxophone or a clarinet player. Have a great day, guys.